Live and Live. Buy original, be original. SON.
Stop the importation of substandard LPG cylinders into the country. Standards Organization of Nigeria tells importers as the agency destroys 749 substandard LPG cylinders in Katsina State. Ensure you patronize sellers of genuine local brands of cement. Standards Organization of Nigeria warns as it uncovers a syndicate that specializes in rebagging of imported cement. Welcome to our world of quality on television, the only authoritative platform where we examine product, quality and safety. It's Standard and You and our very first edition in the month of May. Just sit back, relax and enjoy the program. My name is Ifoma Okonkwo and as always my pleasure bringing the program to you.
Wow, Chief Mike, how are you? Fine. I'm going to Sun office for the certification of my wheat flour.
Oh no, things have changed. Sun has simplified all its activities. You could have even stayed back in Kano and process all your papers online. Whoa.
With the efforts of Sun, the products of SMEs can now compete globally. Sun has put in place necessary machineries in support of the growth of SMEs. At highly subsidized charges, SMEs can now get their certification, laboratory testing of their products, as well as purchase of standards. Meanwhile, Sun is carrying out massive seizure of substandard goods in the market and have gotten legal backing to prosecute offenders, all to protect consumers and SMEs.
Sun, improving life through standards.
Welcome back. If you continue to bring into the country substandard LPG cylinders, I will come after you, locate your outlet and destroy such products to protect consumers. Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, Osita Bolma, made this declaration when the SON destroyed 749 LPG cylinders in Katsina State. Please take a look.
These are empty LPG cylinders seized by the Standards Organization of Nigeria at various locations in Katsina, Kano and Kaduna states. The exercise is part of a conscious plan by the SON to remove fake and substandard products from the shelves. The cylinders were subjected to laboratory tests and analysis and failed critical safety parameters on construction, performance and marking. Further investigations by the SON revealed that many of the empty pressure vessels are expired while others were badly welded. The Director General of the SON, who was represented by the agency's regional coordinator in the Northwest, Dauda Yakubu, warned importers and dealers on the life danger product to stop exposing consumers to what he described as avoidable and unnecessary death and loss of property.
These are time bombs in the market, right from the construction of the cylinders to even what it is meant for use is substandard. And based on that, definitely we have to use our market surveillance team and compliance team to mop up all these dangerous time bomb cylinders and bring them for destruction here. There is no any better way to destroy them than to punch them as we see it at the background and then destroy it and then leave it with the steel rolling mill to know what they can do with it, because we don't want this one to find its way.
He stressed that the SON will continue to evolve strategies to check the activities of importers and dealers with a view to ensuring strict compliance with Nigerian industrial standards for both local and imported goods. Nigeria, he emphasized, is not a dumping ground for such products, adding that measures have been put in place by the SON to protect the average Nigerian consumer. The cleanup exercise by the Standards Organization of Nigeria continues.
So, it's important to ascertain the quality of that LPG cylinder in your home. Let's put an end to gas explosions and embrace quality. Moving on to another interesting story. The Standards Organization of Nigeria has uncovered a syndicate that specializes in rebagging of cement in Lagos. Here are details of that story.
In the last 3 weeks, there have been series of raids at various markets across the country by officials of the Standards Organization of Nigeria. The cleanup exercise by the agency is in line with the resolve of the present leadership of the SON to significantly reduce the prevalence of fake goods in Nigeria. What importers and owners of this factory in Mile 2, Lagos were caught doing was import a particular brand of white cement in large quantity and rebag same in 5 kg and 1 kg using another brand name. Coordinator of the Surveillance, Intelligence and Monitoring Unit of the SON, Issa Suleiman, said the factory has been sealed.
Unfortunately, the labeling remains there. The company is an ISO certified company. That is the quality management system, and so it's illegal. So customers will be deceived. When you look at the first thing consumers do is that they look at the packaging. And the packaging gives you a lot of information on the product. It tells you the manufacturer. It gives you certain other information, the size, the quality, the ingredients, and all that. So based on that, it shows that it's a good product. But when you repackage and you also add your own name, then it becomes a problem. Because at the point of repackaging, what do? What are the things that you add? And by so doing, that means it becomes a case of adulteration, So, but right now the products are being tested to confirm the quality. And because of what we saw, the setup, we're trying to find out exactly what has happened there, because it will be difficult to believe that you bring in a product from Europe and you simply repackage. Meanwhile, you want to remain, competitive.
The team was also at the popular Computer Village, Lagos, where some shops at the market were sealed for various infractions.
We had meetings several times with the market executives, and we had sensitization activities in the market, I think about 2-3 times. And there were promises of cooperation and collaboration to ensure that we have compliance in the market. But that has not been, happening the way we expected. And so based on information, we went back just last week, and I think about 21 shops were locked, both for importers and retailers.
A technical committee met in Lagos to consider the adoption of the African Eco-Labeling Standard for Fisheries Sustainability and eco-labeling requirements as Nigeria Industrial Standard. Here are details of that stakeholders meeting.
Improper handling and preservation have been identified as some of the problems associated with the export of Nigerian processed fish. Reports indicate that the nation loses over 40% in revenue. The focus of this technical committee meeting is to elaborate national standards aimed at boosting fish export from the country. The Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, represented by Director of Standards Chinyere Egwuonwu, said the adoption of African standard was the fastest and smartest way to address the obvious challenge. This is in line with international best practice in standards development of not reinventing the wheel where it already exists. 7 other draft Nigerian industrial standards were also examined. They are Code of Hygienic Practice for Smoked Fish, Standard for Canned Fin Fish, Shrimps and Prawns, Standard for Smoked Fish, Standard for Fish Fillet, Standard for Frozen Fin Fish, Standard for Quick Frozen Shrimps and Prawns.
The National Mirror Committee on ISO PC 305 and ISO PC 318 on sustainable non-sewer sanitation systems have been inaugurated in Lagos. The committees are expected to develop standards that will address the problem of open defecation. Defecation is the act of getting rid of waste matter It is estimated that over 2.5 billion people of the world's population do not have access to basic sanitation system. This makes open defecation the only option open to many for discharging human waste, thereby exposing more people to various diseases such as diarrhea, typhoid fever, cholera, hepatitis, and intestinal worm infection. The focus of the newly inaugurated committee is to develop standards to establish Nigeria's position in the ISO draft standards that will address the sanitation needs. Director General of the SON, who was represented by Director Standards Chinyere Egwonu, said the benefits of Nigerians' participation and adoption of the two international standards are enormous.
This is an international organization for standardization technical committee where the committee is considering non-seaward sanitation system where that can take care of all this open defecation that people are doing. So it's going to get Nigeria open defecation free, just like the chairperson has said. So what we're trying to do is to make sure that every stakeholder is involved and they're involved in this, participating in the elaboration of this standard. At the end of the day, what we intend to do as a country is to adopt this international standard for implementation in Nigeria to get us that defecation-free environment.
About a third of the world's population do not have access to clean toilets to defecate. And so open defecation is very prevalent in our society, as you can see. And again, estimates have shown that as a result of that open defecation, water gets polluted, and of course, with it, the illnesses that leads to, again, estimated 1 million fatalities annually as a result of poor sanitation.
A non-seaward sanitation system is a prefabricated integrated treatment unit comprising toilet facility and backed by a treatment facility that collects, conveys, and treats specific inputs within the system to allow for safe reuse or disposal of the generated solid, liquid, or gaseous outputs. Dr. Mrs. Iyabo Phillips is chairman of the committee.
I want to appreciate SON for coming up with this at this time, because it can't come at any other time than this. Because in the Lagos State programs now, we are putting at the forefront an ODF, that's Open Defecation Free programs. Because I know all over Nigeria, it is very essential. And it is very key because most ailments these days are waterborne diseases. And most of the time, we put in funds that should have been utilized maybe for infrastructure and other things on curative aspects of ailments. But with this program, with these projects in place, with this standard being adopted, then we will know that a high percentage of waterborne diseases must have been, solved. And I promise to put in my best. I promise to carry everybody along. I also promise that everybody, every member of the committee will be given opportunities to hear their views. And I will encourage every member of the committee, even those who have not even been part of sanitation activities, I will encourage them to get involved, because if you get to the basics of sanitation, you cannot but get interested. So I would ensure that every member of the committee gets fully involved, and we all together promise that we'll make the best of this opportunity and give Nigeria the best, and ensure that the standard for the 305 and the 318 are corrected, amended, modified if necessary to give us a national and can be adopted for a national standard.
Participants were drawn from the Ministry of Environment, private sector, academia, and Standards Organization of Nigeria.
Muna fata shekaru na za su zo mutanen mu za su yi la'akari da aikin da muke yi kuma za su lura cewa ya fi cancanta ka sai abu na kwarai da ka sai abu na arha.
Ka yi mezie n'obodo anyị a, ka anyị mee ka ihe a na-eme n'obodo anyị a, ma ihe a na-ebubata n'obodo anyị a ka ọ dị mma. Anyị na-ayọ biko ka anyị jikọọ aka na asị na ofu aka adịghị ekechi ngwugwu. Ka anyị jikọọ aka ka Nigeria wee wọrọ anyị obodo.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká lajú wálẹ̀ gbogbo tá a bá máa fún wa rà ká lè pé o tó pé ojú òṣùwọ̀n èyí tí ò bá yé wa àgbẹ̀ tó bá mọ̀ ń pa ẹ̀ ló tó wà sọ́nà èyí tá a bá dẹ̀ rà tí ò bá pójú òṣùwọ̀n ẹ lọ sí standard organization iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ tó bá súnmọ́ yín jù ẹ lọ ṣàlàyé fún wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n á ràn yín lọ́wọ́.
Welcome to the world of standard and quality, where we offer you information on product safety and quality. The program is Standard and You.
Choose life and live. Buy original. Be original. SON.
Technical committee met in Lagos to consider the adoption of African standards on sugar and sugar products. Also develop Nigerian industrial standard for glucose and sucrose. The technical committee, under the auspices of African Organization for Standardization, ASO, met at the operational headquarters of the SON in Lagos.
The standards considered for adoption by the committee were ARS 875 of 2017, raw cane sugar, ARS 876 of 2017, brown sugar, and ARS 58 of 2017. White sugar specification and determination of lactose content by high-performance liquid chromatography. Director General of the SON, represented by Director Standards of the agency, Chinyere Egwonwu, said, "The draft standards on sugar are very important because they affect our everyday life. This," she said, "is due to their wide usage as sweeteners for human consumption and raw materials for industrial purposes. The current trend for processing of sugar has necessitated the elaboration of new standards." The DG said it is important for the country to develop standards that take into consideration these vital factors in a bid to foster threat to life, waste of resources, and boost quality of products for both local consumption and exports. He said Nigeria stands to benefit immensely from the adoption of these harmonized standards, which he believes will bring about increased trade opportunities and competitiveness of its goods and services at both the African, sub-regional, and global levels. The committee comprised representatives of the Institute of Public Analysts of Nigeria, Federal Institute of Industrial Research, Oshodi, FIRU, Boa Sugar Limited, Dangote Sugar, NAFDAC, Promasido, Coca-Cola Nigeria, Friesland Campina, CPC, and SON.
The Director General of the Standards Organization of Nigeria, Osita Boluma, has assured staff of the agency of his commitment to improving on the well-being of the workforce for efficient and effective service delivery. Aboluma gave this assurance when he received members of the agency's senior staff union in his office.
Solidarity forever, we shall produce this song. Solidarity.
The cordial relationship between workers' union of the SON and management of the agency is born out of the chief executive's passion for the well-being of the workforce. Osita Boluma challenged members of the new executive of the union to be selfless and promote values that will guarantee a conducive work environment in the organization. Aboluma said the need for a virile union cannot be overemphasized.
I must remind you people that we're first of all Nigerians and government employees before this our passion for humanity. We must never lose sight of that. We should be patriotic in what we do. We should think of the system as a whole before our personal interests. And in coming to SON, in order to add value, And I must also caution and remind you that you have a virile sister union that is in existence, that you must work with them.
Members of the newly inaugurated executive say they will work with management of the SON to protect the interest of the entire workforce of the Standards Organization of Nigeria.
In a management by objective, meaning that when the organization is growing, the staff that are working there also should get a progress in their own individual ambitions in life. In this connection, we want to congratulate the management team, especially the DG, for the effort to establish standardization in services and products from Nigeria. And those things also throw up issues that border on staff welfare. With time, after this ceremony, we'll open up channels of communication with you so that we share those ideas with you on what we can do to improve on what is going on and also to improve the welfare of the staff.
Wow, Chief Mike, how are you? Fine. I'm going to Sun office for the certification of my wheat flour.
Oh no, things have changed. Sun has simplified all its activities. You could have even stayed back in Kano and process all your papers online. Whoa.
With the efforts of Sun, the products of SMEs can now compete globally. Sun has put in place necessary machineries in support of the growth of SMEs. At highly subsidized charges, SMEs can now get their certification, laboratory testing of their products, as well as purchase of standards. Meanwhile, Sun is carrying out massive seizure of substandard goods in the market and have gotten legal backing to prosecute offenders, all to protect consumers and SMEs.
Sun, improving life through standards.
Choose life and live. Buy original. Be original. SON.
It's feedback time, and we would like to let you know that your messages or comments on the program are key and critical to our quest to serve you better. One of the cardinal objectives of the program is to provide you, our esteemed viewers, with basic information on product quality and safety. Our success as a responsive organization is determined by how much impact our services have had and will continue to have on consumers and manufacturers of products. We have resolved at the SON to promote quality and will stop at nothing to checking the manufacturing, distribution and importation of fake and substandard products into Nigeria. Our expectation is that you will continue to work with us by providing the SON with information that will help the agency serve you better and, more importantly, facilitate the growth of local industries, especially small and medium enterprises, SMEs, considered to be the engine of growth of the economy. So, stop lamenting over a product you have found to be fake or substandard and insist on quality. For any information, call us or send in your messages to the number 070-5972-4455. Follow us on Facebook at Standard and You, Instagram and Twitter at Standard and You _. You can also send a mail to the address thestandardandyou@gmail.com. You can also watch any of our episodes online at youtube.com/standardandyou. You're free to view, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for being a part of the program. Let's do this again next week. Enjoy the rest of the day.